Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back for another album reaction / review, and we are back live from the studio. Yo, hopefully you guys are having an awesome week. Something I've been meaning to check out for quite some time, just haven't been able to get around to it. But today is the day we check it out. Now, I'm not sure anything about Deftones. I can't lie, I don't know nothing about this band. The genre that Apple Music has them down as is hard rock. So we'll see. We'll see what type of rock this is. I'm excited to jump into it, though. It's a bit of a lengthy album. It's, well, not too bad, actually. 53 minutes. We'll go into it, have a bit of fun with it, and let's see where it takes us. All right. This is Back to School.
So
Oh, it's heavy.
right back to school. Chase. Look back, I sift through all the clicks. Rubbing the halls all year, making me sick. While everyone's out trying to make the cut. What? Then when you think you know me right, I switch it on. Push back to square. Now that you're here, what you do, so there you go. 'Cause back in school, we are the leaders of it all. So just close or stop your life. It's what you do. Just close or stop your life.
It's pretty heavy. I like the energy on it, though.
Now roll the next page. It's time to close the book up.
Back to School. Bang. Deftones just came in hot on that song. Now, yeah, that was heavy. That was some heavy stuff. I liked the energy off the bat. The vocal is really interesting because some of the verses, he was kind of flowing through it a bit like I don't know, he had a bit of Rage Against the Machine kind of flow at times, which I always appreciate, that kind of hip-hop influence there. What I also enjoyed there was he seems to have quite a rich voice in terms of tones there. There was multiple points there where his melody and his pitch control was really solid. He obviously had a really nice screaming voice. I think that's probably a weird. I don't think that's a strange thing to say. I think that had more moments of melodic screaming. I think I'm going to be a fan of more melodic hard rock. So more melodic stuff will probably hit me a little bit more than the chaotic stuff. But I definitely enjoy some of those headbanging moments for sure as well. 2 songs in, still trying to get a grasp of what this album's trying to share with us. The intensity remained from the first song moving into this one. What I noticed was we had some screaming sections, we had some melodic sections. I think they were contrasting nicely. You had a nice blend of both of them. There were some really interesting shifts in pace, shifts in sound that were created this sense of not really knowing where this song was heading. The drums were really hard hitting. I really took note of them, especially in the early stages of the song where they were kind of a focus point with the heavy guitars. And yeah, they were punchy. The snare was really solid. I think, yeah, this is another song that kind of creates, just follows up from that first song with that same energy. A slight little bit of echo on those kind of drums.
Like I want to.
Feels like a Batman song.
Break away. I feel
I think it's a bass. That's nice. This one's very moody, very kind of a lot more space to breathe on this song. Very dry vocal as well. Very close to the mic. The song's really showcasing his vocal talents. But it seems like you hear a bit of snips in the back again. Okay. Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Digital Bath has to be my favorite song I've heard so far on this album. I love the moodiness of it, just the real atmosphere. His voice felt pretty dry, to be honest. Like I felt like it was very close to the mic, very intimate. I just loved how that song showed off his vocal talent. He didn't do too much, I don't think. And when he did explode on his voice, it just had such an impact because you're kind of hearing this really softer kind of intimate sound, and all of a sudden he just explodes. I think as I've been checking out more hard rock and rockier sounds on this channel, I'm realizing I do tend to enjoy the more melodic rock a bit more. So that song for me just hit all the right notes. And also I like the build up. I like the softer verses and explode into a big chorus. I enjoy that side. So that song Digital Bath was cool. Had some real digital sounds as well. We heard those real spacey synths, almost like kind of like a computer or a spaceship, which was cool. Damn, he's screaming on this one. Oh, the guitar works good. Yeah, this is heavy lyrics as well. My gosh. like this rich instrumentation. The heavy sounds is good. It's tough. Man, imagine seeing something. I've never seen anything like this live. I can't imagine what it would be like. Damn, Elite was heavy. That's one of probably the heaviest songs I think I've checked out on this channel. It was tough. The guitar work was awesome. I like that that played and looped itself on a bunch of points throughout that song. Liked how the screaming and his voice ultimately became somewhat of an instrument. I'm not sure if that was a tactical thing. I think if it was, it worked well. It got lost a bit in the mix, but I think it just kind of added another element to the heavy guitars. The heavy guitars that played throughout almost felt like the main vocal, and the screaming was just like a layer that they chucked on. That's definitely not my sound that I usually listen to, but I'm always keen to hear different heavy stuff like that. The instrumentation was the one that really sold me on that song. Drums have sounded really good, had a lot of weight to them on each of these tracks. Oh, this bit. This is cool. Very industrial sound beat here. Firstly, the points of that song that I really loved and really took note of. The drums had a little weight to it. The guitar work, once again, was catchy. That so it's already stuck in my head. A lot of these songs have had really great guitar work. The verses weren't too bad. I didn't really connect with the chorus. I felt like the guitar or the mix, I'm not sure, the vocals and the guitars just felt like they got washed a bit, didn't really combine to be a hard-hitting chorus. I felt like the verses had a bit more weight to them in terms of the mixing quality. Now, spoken word section, like the sting about it, I like that. Thought that was really kind of captivating, really engaging part of the song as well. And then the outro there as well, we had like that industrial sounding beat that kind of came in. Some really simple synths came in over the top as well. Yeah, but just the chorus that didn't really hook me on that song. Oh, there he is.
It's not that I care truly, but to that girl, sharp teeth. Well, here's my new address, 664. Oh, I forget.
You don't even know where you live, man. Like, how are you going to get home? Street Carp, I think that was the right length for that song. I feel like 2 minutes 40 is just like perfect for that kind of that pace that this song had. lyrically, I wasn't really following it too much, except the guy didn't know where he was, his address or his new address was. And I did like how they changed the time signature just before the chorus, or he started saying, "Here's my new address." It was pretty cool. Ooh. Sounds like a Final Fantasy game or something. I doubt it's going to remain this soft, but that's pretty nice. Teenager, that was such an interesting far cry from what we have been hearing on this album. It was quite jarring going from the sound that I was expecting to hear. It truly felt like I was in Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, that kind of vibe, that kind of sucked in sounding beat as well. I'm not really sure what type of effect they had there. That not really sure what that was. But it sounded really cool and really interesting. His voice was much more like, softer over that instrumentation, and understandably so. I can't imagine screaming would probably work over that sound, but super different. I'm not sure how I feel about that song. Such an interesting little pocket that, was not expecting. Nice part. This sounds more like the sound we've been getting used to on this project so far. The pitch on that vocal is just high as right now. Oh, nice. Slowing it down here is really, really controlled. Still chaotic though. There was some really enthralling aspects of that song, I tell you what. When he said, "Now kiss me," and like all like the saturated sounds and all like the kind of guitars, and you could really like close your eyes, you could hear just such warmness from the guitar. It was a really great moment. I'll definitely remember that part, just how atmospheric it sounded when his vocals cut off and all we heard was those guitars, kind of that feedback from the guitars. Really cool. That bridge section within the song and that female vocalist came in, just that powerful voice, just with the guitars, just set the scene as well for a really awesome final third of that song. That go get your knife was hella catchy as well. I started that song going, it's a bit underwhelming. And I was completely wrong by the end of the song. I really loved how that song progressively built to that final third, which was just an awesome climax to that piece. Knife Party was a solid track. Wasn't a huge fan of that song. Yeah, the screaming elements didn't really hook me. The chorus, it was intense, don't get me wrong. There are many points where I'll hear songs like that and an intense chorus like that will be able to hook me. So I'm not sure what it was about that track, to be honest. I did like the bridge section there where it opened up there. That was kind of cool. I think that was my favorite part of that song. Spaceship feels like. I like that kick drum action there. Bjork sings a little bit like this on Post. A little bit random. But this kind of flow, how he sounds. Signature again, slow it down. This song has gone to a multitude of different places. Oh, sinister, man. Piano is sinister. felt like I was in the passenger seat of some person driving through 50 different biomes. We did not know where the heck we were heading next. What I appreciated about that song was just how diverse each section was. On a first listen, it was quite jarring just because I wasn't really able to kind of be like, oh, yep, now we're here. But I blink and we'll be out to the next section. So I appreciated the diversity in that song. And I think it's a song I have to go back to really appreciate the intricacies behind it. I really enjoyed the stripped back sections. I liked how it just so like suddenly changed into just like the time signature would just shift completely. And we got the much slower down pace. And then the vocals became so much more just kind of like in your face. I think when you're in a stripped back section, the vocals often become a highlight. Creepy watching someone turn to a fly. The instrumentation's really good. Synth there.
Set you on the glass. Now you feel so alive. I watched you change. I look at the cross.
Change in the House of Flies was an emotional piece. You could feel just that emotion coming through his voice on that track. I liked the slower pace of it there. It helped me appreciate the rockier elements of it while also appreciating the kind of just quirkiness and unsettling nature of the lyrics on this track. They weren't hiding. They were in full force, full focus here. Talking about someone turning into a fly and then seeing them on the glass and pulling off the wings of this fly. But yeah, just a really solid track. I thought that one kind of had a good run time. I think it was about 5 minutes. So we're kind of sitting in that one for a little bit. And I just felt like the space was needed on that piece. I don't think a 3-minute length would have worked for that song.
I'll stick you. Oxygen.
out the heavy distortion on this guitar. Here we go. Here we go.
Push back the square. Now that you need her, and the soul, there you go. 'Cause back in school, we are the leaders. Transformers.
Didn't we hear this at the start? It's a continuation from the intro track.
'Cause back in school, we are the leaders of it all.
That was a fantastic closer of a song, I reckon, to this album. I liked the song before it. We had a lot of space in that song. That was 7.5 minutes almost. Got probably a 2-minute runtime intro section to that song, which really set it up. And then I think it was a repeat of the chorus that we heard on the first song. That transpose where he says that line is just so great. I just think it's a really nice way to wrap up what has been such a diverse sounding hard rock album. I feel like we've got quite a varied amount of sounds and differentiation on this project, which for someone like me who is just getting into this genre and learning more and more about this sound and the different types of hard rock and different types of metal sounds and rock sounds, it's really good for me to kind of dive into these projects. So I had a lot of fun with that. I think for me, my favorites off the album are Digital Bath. I really did enjoy Back to School and Pink Maggit at the end. Change in the House of Flies, I really enjoyed as well. And Knife Party. Those are probably my favorites off the project. Definitely enjoy Deftones sound. This album came out back in 2000. I wonder what Deftones are doing now, but that was a fun project and just really introduced me to a lot of different sounds, which was unreal. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Deftones song? What's your favorite Deftones album? And have you seen them live? I'd love to hear what this band is like live. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, feel free to hit the subscribe button to join the community. We listen to a wide range of music on the channel. Take care, guys, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.